first tournament you remember?
The German tournament, 74, I remember the final. And I remember it, there was a penalty in the first minute, wasn't there?
Penalty in the first minute of the World Cup. Takes it. 1-0.
Looking back at it now, was it really a penalty?
I've seen them given.
Yeah, yeah. The Dutch coach said that, but he said that in a funny accent, though. The 70s ones are always actually remembered because they had great logos.
Yeah.
It was that age of graphic design where it's fantastic. The Argentina one was amazing. And because they were under military dictatorship at that time, the players were literally playing for their lives, do you know what I mean?
Kemphead. 1-0.
They had to win that tournament. Those games would come on at night and there'd all be the ticker tape on the pitch and all that.
In 78, England didn't make it. Scotland did. Were you supporting Scotland?
Probably would have been, yeah. Didn't he? Little fella scored one of the greatest goals of all time.
Gemmell. Good play by Gemmell, and again. 3-1.
Ali's Army and all that. They were actually convinced they were going to win it, weren't they?
Fingers crossed, God willing, we'll not let Britain down.
You're a bit younger than me, but for our generation, the coming-of-age World Cup was Italia 90. Maybe it was the Pavarotti theme tune, and it was the first one that was near enough for my generation that everybody was going to get on the train and go, you know. It was kind of the pinnacle of the 80s era, wasn't it? And then there was the New Order track, so it was a big one, that.
Was that the best World Cup song ever?
I mean, they're all pretty pony, aren't they? I mean, I don't care what anybody says. The New Order song, it's not really a World Cup song,
No.
is it? They didn't write it specifically for that. I know for a fact it was just a song they had lying around, and somebody just made the words up.
What's your abiding memory of 1990?
You'd have to say Gaza crying, wouldn't you? I guess Gary Lineker doing that. Keep your eye on him. Keep your eye. What was he saying? Have a word. Have a word, yeah.
Nelinho. Roberto making for the far post. Oh, he curved one! Oh, that's a great goal!
I'd say Brazil have got the most style on the pitch. Those two colours shouldn't go together, yellow and blue. I mean, you wouldn't wear a yellow T-shirt with blue cords, would you, or a pair of, you wouldn't do it, would you? But for some reason, it looks good on them. The close-up of the fans on the terraces all dressed in it, the girls and that also helps, doesn't it?
Mexican wave, thoughts?
Yeah, no, I never got involved in any of that, no. I don't even like seeing it at gigs or anything, no. It shows that there's not a lot going on the pitch, isn't there? At snooker, I don't mind. I get involved if it's at the snooker. I don't mind the opening ceremonies. I mean, they're all kind of quite wacky, aren't they? Apart from the American one, which, trust the Americans to just get it wrong, And the bit where she's only, got to kick the ball, 2 foot and the goal would collapse. Why would a goal collapse anyway? And what did she do? She scuffed it, didn't she?
Let's talk World Cup villains. Have you got one?
The one that sticks out is Rivaldo, isn't it? When in Japan, where the guy kicks the ball, he actually didn't kick it at him, kicks it to him, and it hits him on the knee, and he went down clutching his face. Bad darts, man. I went to the last World Cup. I don't know whether you know this, but Del Piero's a friend of mine. I went to the semi-final between them and Germany. I've got to say it's one of the best games of football I've ever been to in my life. It was absolutely, the quality of the football was amazing. He scored the winner.
Alessandro Del Piero, and he's won it!
And if you see him when he runs along the hoardings and he's kicking the hoardings, well, he comes up to me, and you can't see me on the telly, but that was my exact seat, because I was sat beside his wife. His wife reckons he was coming over to blow kisses at her, but really what had gone on is he'd seen me, and his missus just happened to be there. So he then gets it in his head that I'm his lucky mascot. So he says, you're going to have to come to the final. And he made me wear the same clothes that I wore in the semi. This is the truth, right? And we get to the World Cup final. It's amazing. His wife was making sure I had all the same clothes on, And then she's going, wow, we're going to win. To be in the end with the supporters who actually won it. Everybody's like crying their eyes out because of what had happened with Italian football. It was kind of special to be there. If anybody ever gets the chance to go to one, you definitely should go in your lifetime. So I can't wait till my son's old enough to bring him, so he's into football. It's just that you get a real sense of being at something that's really huge and is, important to all the people of the world. It's great. You just don't get that with baseball. Do you know what I mean? You don't get it with baseball.